Welcome to the Something Ain't Right podcast, where three guys are just being dudes and Wikipedia is our dictionary. Unfortunately, Freddie can't be with us today. He'll be back next episode. Make sure to check out our socials, which are listed in the description below. We got a good show in store, but we're before we get it going, let's hear why Logan wasn't here last week. Logan, where you at, buddy? Spidey, Spidey.
I'm fucking back, baby.
Yes, sir. Looking good too in the Spidey suit.
What's up, everybody? I'm excited to be back this week too, man. I actually listened to you guys last week, and I felt like my heart ache because I'm like, damn, they're actually missing me, bro. They love me. And then I heard you say, we'll see if he wears the Spider-Man costume next week. So here I am.
Good. I'm glad you did. We ran a poll. We ran a poll 2 episodes ago when you were here, and the votes said you should wear it. So glad you came through.
Here I am.
Episode late, but you came through.
Yeah, I know, but I'm back. I'm back.
What happened?
Dude, so for those that are listening, I went on this trip to New York. We go once a year in the summer. Bunch of neighbors, all guys. We go up and play golf 2 days in the Catskills. We take this like van, this like party van. It's like a Mercedes big ass van, like it could fit like 18, 20 people, but we got all our luggage and like 11 or 12 of us take the van and a couple other guys drive their trucks up or whatever. But on the way up, like the van, like we'll be driving and then like I'm all the way in the back of the van, so I wasn't listening to like the driver. The driver was like Carlos, and I let them figure it out. I'm sitting in the back just chilling with the younger crew. So like we're pulling over into the shoulder on the highway and like coming to a dead stop and shutting the van off, turning it back on, and then getting back on the highway. And we did it like about 3-4 times within like an hour of driving. And I'm looking at like Rob and CJ. I'm like, what's going on, dude? Like, are we gonna make it there? And because it's like a 5-hour drive, and this was happening like an hour in. We're not even out of Jersey yet. So, we end up getting there, and then we use the van to get to the golf courses, and the golf courses are like hilly as shit, like all the mountains up there and shit. So we're like in the van, like on the way to the courses, and like I got my fingers crossed that we're gonna make it there, like in the van. I don't know what the van, like I don't know what was wrong with it. Apparently ended up being like a turbo problem. Like the turbo would just kick off, and then like the van, like Carlos was saying, he would have the pedal to the floor, and there would just be no power.
Hmm.
So on the way home, it just got worse and worse and worse. So we had
Dude,
to
I
like,
had my Mustang used to do that. It was the catalytic converter.
yeah. I mean, there's two in that van that Carlos was saying. So it ended up just getting worse and worse and worse, and we just eventually ran out of power.
Great, dude.
So ass, dude. But it was like a 9 hour, 10 hour thing.
How'd you
So
get home? Did you fix it or?
so they had like he's got the body shop in New York, so his guy came and we ended up getting picked up. Like we were still like 2 hours from it was a nightmare, bro. Like other people got involved from home. It was just we all had to like split up, and Carlos stayed with his guys and like fixed the van apparently, like on the side of the highway.
Did you just, shoot your webs through New York, get your way home to Jersey?
I wish if I had the costume on me, I could have just flown home and it would have all been okay. But
Problem solved.
costume is in my closet at home.
Freddie better have just as good of an excuse next week.
I mean, yeah, bro, that was brutal. I really wanted to just be home and doing the podcast, but shit got crazy.
Yeah, I know. Well, we tried to wait, but you kept saying it was just a long process, so we just had to kick it off without you. But glad you're back. I want it to be all three of us, but we need Freddie back. And actually, I guess I'll bring it up now. August 24th to the 28th or something like that, I'll be coming back to New Jersey. And I'm gonna check into it. I'm sure I can, but as long as I can bring my microphone, my headphones, and my laptop in my carry-on bag, then we should still have an episode. So we'll keep you posted on that. But I might be in Jersey. Maybe me and Lo can link up for an episode, do it side by side or something like that. Who
I
knows?
got
We'll
I
see.
got the desk space, bro. We can make it work.
Yeah, we'll see.
We can
So
make it
also
happen.
get excited for that. But so let's just get it popping, man. So first thing we want to talk about today was weird talents people got. So I mean, Spidey, you shoot webs. That's a pretty ass weird talent. Why don't you start with this one?
Oh, dude, I love this fucking podcast because we cover some dope ass shit, and this is one of my favorites that we've done. I don't know if you guys have ever seen there used to be this old TV show. I forget what it was called, bro, but it might have just been called like Weird Talents or something. I feel like it was on MTV for like 3 months and then they took it off because it was so bad. But I got a couple ones that I've like witnessed, and then I got a couple that I just found Googling. But this kid, I used to go to this it was like part of like a job like convention thing. It was like after college, like right after college. But this dude would like be waiting and he'd be reading in the waiting rooms, and he had like a little pencil, and he would just be turn page, turn page, turn page. I'm like, bro, is this guy actually like comprehending what he's reading right now? So weird talent number one on my list is speed readers. They're weirdos, bro.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how your brain can just comprehend something that quickly.
Weirdos.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's the same thing as those people that like you can just tell them any math problem, like 33 times 55 divided by 2 times 754, and they'll just spit the answer out right away. Like
Yeah,
what?
the human calculators.
Yeah, dude. They're like the different type of breeds.
Yeah, so speed readers. And then I started reading around, bro. Somebody posted like their hidden talent was like unable to get a brain freeze. Like, how the fuck are you unable to get a brain freeze? And how is that a talent?
I
How
don't
is
know
that
if
a
it is a
talent?
talent. I think that person just wants to hype themselves up.
How is that a talent? Taking another person taking naps for specified amounts of time, which I feel like I have this talent.
They could just
Like,
wake up whenever they
like
want.
yeah, like you can just go to sleep and be like, oh, I gotta be up in 22 minutes. And like right as it's closing in on 22 minutes, your body just like
Well, when
boom,
I
you're
was
up.
younger, I was probably in like middle school. My sister was in high school. She said she said that she could do that. And dude, she like used to do it. Like she used to just tell herself like 5 to 10 times right before bed, like I need to be up at 7:45. I need to be up at 7:45. I need to be up at, and she just keep repeating it. And then dude, it worked like some
Scary.
crazy stuff, dude.
Yeah, dude, the worst thing ever is when you got your alarm set and you know you got to be up for work or something, and you end up like waking up like 5 minutes before your alarm even goes
Terrible
off,
feeling.
bro.
Best
Awful
is though, like say
feeling.
you have to wake up at like 7:30 and you wake up at like 3:30, you wake up, check your phone, you're like, damn, I still got 4 more
Yeah, bro.
hours.
There's like two different worlds there.
Let me get back to bed real quick.
Yeah, if you got like, yeah, you're like, oh, I got two more. Oh,
Dude,
you know,
great
right there.
feelings.
Yeah, great feelings.
Well, mine actually
Yeah, go
are
ahead, go
the
ahead.
first one's not a great feeling. I don't understand why anybody would ever try this, but there was a man who set the record for the furthest distance to squirt milk from his eye socket.
Was that a talent?
Dude, I mean, I can't do it, so I can that makes it a talent. Can you
That's a
do it?
weird
Have you ever
talent.
shot milk out of your eye
No, bro.
socket?
Never.
Dude, it went when he shot it out of his eye, it went 9 feet 2 inches. And their website I was reading actually said
Ow.
eye squirting is more common than you think. So they call it eye squirting, number one. But it says eye squirting is more common than you think. You just have to try it. On September 1st, 2004, Iker Yilmaz became a champion at the Armada Hotel in Istanbul, Turkey. Yilmaz managed to squirt milk from his eye socket a great distance of 9 feet 2 inches.
That makes my stomach turn, bro.
Dude, think about that. And dude, I was looking at pictures, like they like open their eye and it like comes from like the bottom of their eye and like shoots out,
It
bro.
probably burns, dude.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that
dude.
burn like
It
hell?
has to. Like milk in your nose burns. Like imagine
Right.
shooting out your eye, dude.
Yeah, fuck
That's
that.
next level.
Fuck
And
that.
then next I got actually can make you some money, I think. It's there's a parrot that can open up 35 cans in 1 minute, like cans, like crackable
Right.
cans. It could open 35 in 1 minute. Um, Honestly, 35 in a minute, I feel like that's not all that impressive. Like I could probably do like 25, 30. But like think about having this parrot at a bar. We'll name it Parrot Paradise. You roll up, people will come to see the parrot.
Yo.
They'll get great service because we can open up 35 cans in a minute, and that doesn't even
Yeah.
count me opening cans.
Yeah, this is something you could do like in like a Florida, like as part of Disney World or something, like in Animal Kingdom.
Dude, you could definitely do it down here. There's a dude at work. He doesn't work with me, but he'll ride his skateboard past, and on his shoulder he'll have his parrot,
That's so
and his
G.
parrot just doesn't fly away. I don't know if he has its wings like clipped down, but parrot just chills on his shoulder and he rides a skateboard, dude.
Yeah, another weird talent I got, putting in the USB into the charger the correct way, first try every time.
Dude,
That
I swear
that
to God,
is a talent.
I am always wrong. I know it's 50-50 chance. I am always wrong.
Just like close your eyes and just
When
drain
I
it every
do
time.
get it
Yeah,
right,
I
I
always wrong.
celebrate. When I get it right, I literally
Right,
celebrate. That's how
right,
little I get it right.
right. It's like, oh, money. It's like cash.
Well, dude, when I was searching to find mine, I also found out, you know who Heidi Klum is?
Yeah, who's that? Heidi Klum.
She was a Victoria's Secret model, but she was a
Yeah,
judge
no, she was a
on
judge on
America's Got
AGT.
Talent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
from Germany. Yeah, she could yodel.
Like the fucking yodel yodel yodel. Yodel.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Apparently she's good at that, dude.
She should have performed on the AGT.
Dude, that actually would be crazy. I wonder if there's a clip of her doing that. We'll have to look.
There's probably a clip.
If there is, we'll put it on our Twitter. This is why
There
you need
there
to
was
go
the dude
follow.
you talked about, like the calculator fucking thing. There was a dude that actually made it like to like the live shows in AGT probably like 6 years ago, but he was like a human calculator, bro. And he would
Dude,
they
fuck a
would
spelling bee. They need to just get a bunch of those dudes in a
bro,
room and
he was, I'm telling you, if you find the episode, he was a wizard. Like he would do like crazy numbers divided by, he would do down to the decimal point. It'd be like 9 decimal points and he would give you all of them.
that's some nutty
Bro,
shit.
wild. He'd be like 0.7653324. And it's like sitting on the screen. Yeah, bro. And everybody's
Crowd's
going
going
wild.
crazy and
Yeah,
shit.
crowd's going crazy for this fucking human calculating wizard.
That's hilarious. Well, dude, reading these was started getting me thinking like if I were to break records, like not like records I could necessarily break like right now, but like what records would I want to break? You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's talk about it. I mean, the first one that I think of is fastest. I actually like might try this. I don't know how fast I got to be moving, but fastest round of golf played 18 holes. Bro, I would have to be cooking.
Dude, I read something on Twitter recently. I forget the exact numbers, but it was like a dude played 72 holes in like 18 hours or something like that.
So what's that? Like 4 rounds of golf?
Yeah. And that equals
And
like
did he walk too? Like
nah, I think he was running. It had to be quicker than that. I
no,
definitely have
like
the
like he
time
didn't have
wrong,
a
but
cart though. Like he was on foot, right?
yeah, he was running. Yeah,
Bro,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I would be so
It definitely was
exhausted.
a shorter time than that, but I
I
forget
mean,
but it was
18
crazy.
hours though by foot, like straight 72 holes, you got to be dead by the end of that, bro.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God.
And
I
dude, the
saw
tweet I saw like listed his scores and stuff. I wish I had the tweet in front of me.
it's like going out shooting like 68, 65. No, I saw fucking this dude. It was like a little video I saw, the longest skipped stone like across like water. Because I tried it when we were in New York last week. I tried to skip a stone and it just went nowhere. And then literally the next day I see this video and I'm like, bro, like, how is this guy? He's getting it like it was like 118 feet or some shit, bro. It was like it went
Dude,
from
that's
like
ridiculous.
it
Well,
was so
dude, when we were
wild.
kids, we lived in a community called Sturbridge Lake. So there's a bunch of lakes around. Me and my like brothers, sisters, my cousins, we go to the lakes and like skip stones. I really remember doing it with my cousins, but we'd skip stones, and they were really good at it, and I sucked at it. I would like skip once and then immediately sink. And dude, they used to make fun of me, like, "What are you dumb?" Like, dude, like, and like I couldn't do it, dude. So much so I just tried it recently as an adult, and I was like amazed I could do it.
It's a weird talent and it's a record I would like to have.
Well,
Just
speaking of stuff skipping on water, did you ever see that clip of who was it? Was it
it was speed. It was Jordan Speed.
who skipped it? I don't think it was.
It was definitely speed. He hit like a 6 iron and like two hopped it and then went onto the green and went in. It's Jordan Spieth, I'm telling you.
At the Augusta, the pre-rounds?
Yep. The practice round was like on a Wednesday or something. They were fucking around.
Was it Spieth? I could have
It was
swore
Spieth.
somebody else.
Spieth.
Pretty insane
Um,
though.
most crabs eaten in an hour. So like I'm talking blue claw crabs, like the ones you catch in the bay, and shell on, and like I don't know, no tools. Like you got to use your hands only. Like I don't
Do
even
you
know
know
if
what
this
the
is.
record is for this?
There probably isn't even one, but I'm gonna set it. I could eat one crab and just have my name in the book.
Nah, there's got to be somebody that holds that.
I know we got to find out. I feel like I could put up a good number though in an hour. Like I feel like I could get down like 20 something crabs. And they got to be clean. Like the thing is, it'd be tough to specify what a finished crab is because you got a lot of meat that's stuck in the corners. So you can't be leaving like a full knuckle of meat. That's not a clean crab. So it really would be like you got to eat as many as you can, but then if somebody
Dude,
comes
there
in.
actually might not be a record because the only thing I see in Guinness Book of World Records is the largest amount of crab meat eaten, but like it's already out of the crab.
Yeah, see, like a blue claw crab eating contest would be sick because you would then have to have a judge come through and check each crab to make sure you don't have any hidden meat clots in any corners, or it's a disqual
It's a
crab.
DQ. Get them out of
Yeah,
here.
it's a DQ'd crab. So that'd be something fun to do. I mean, I could probably win that.
Well, dude, yeah, there's like some places around here where I live that do these food challenges, and I swear I could probably like do half of them. I just don't want to make myself feel sick. But like if I didn't eat for
Yeah,
like a day and a half, like one of them's like eat a 1 pound burrito in an hour. Like, if I didn't eat for a day and a half, I could do that. Like a 1 pound
yeah,
burrito is
dude.
big, but it's not like the craziest burrito ever. Like I've seen a place that serves a 5 pound burrito. Like that's nuts. But like,
The hot dog eating contest make my stomach turn. That dude just won. He regained his title or something. I don't know
yeah,
how
Joey
recent.
Chestnut, right?
Yeah, probably. The stat was like at one point he was on pace to eat like 10 hot dogs in a minute for 10 minutes straight. Like, bro, like,
For
what?
10 minutes straight.
He's just funneling hot dogs down his stomach.
Well, my records I wanted to break were a lot different than yours and the ones you brought up. I would want to break the passing touchdowns in an NFL game at 8. There's a bunch of guys that have 7.
No.
There's a bunch of guys that have 7, but to be that one guy that has 8,
For what
that'd be
team?
pretty gnarly. I
For the
mean, whatever
birds?
team I was drafted to be honest. But yeah,
Okay.
as a Philly fan, I would hope it'd be the Birds. But
Right, right.
next I got, because also at that one you've guys like Peyton Manning, I'm pretty sure Drew Brees has 7 in a game. Like there's guys that have like, pretty sure Tom Brady has 7. Like
Yeah.
a lot of good people, like you would also be like passing them in a certain regard. Not necessarily all time, but you would have that over him. Um, but next I got to have the most money made. This one I was kind of iffy on. But if I could break Elon Musk or Bill Gates, whoever it is, like whoever has the most money, if I could break that, that'd be crazy. I was kind of iffy on it because you have to put in a lot of work, and not that I'm lazy or
Wait, is that
anything.
is that like in the Guinness Book of World Records? All it says is like most
I
money
mean, it's
ever
definitely a
made.
record. Like I see it all the time. Like Elon Musk officially becomes the number one
Yeah, like
record holder for
net
most
worth or
money.
yeah, whatever. Oh my God. That'd be a sick title page.
But
All
I
you
was
see
kind of
is like,
iffy on it because like it's a lot of work, and not that I'm lazy, but like to have that much money, you have to be like operating a lot of things, and just the stress level alone of running all that. Like Elon Musk has all of Tesla, he has all of SpaceX. I'm sure he has a bunch of stuff I've never even heard of. Like he's got a lot going on at all times. That's why he's legit like a computer, dude.
yeah, he's like half robotic.
Him and the Mark Zuckerberg fight is the closest thing to an AI fight we're ever gonna see, dude. Like an AI
Yeah,
battle.
yeah.
Dude, Zuck's
We're
been
gonna
training jujitsu though.
we're gonna see an AI battle at some point though. Maybe not in our lifetime, but there's gonna be AI battles in the
Nah, dude,
future.
because once we start making them fight each other, they're coming for us, dude.
I know. Could you imagine an AI apocalypse?
Dude, that's probably scarier than a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, I don't know. Zombie
Zombie's
apocalypse would
pretty
be
scary, but like at
pretty
least like when
scary.
you kill them again, they're dead. You can't really kill a robot, dude.
Yeah, you don't really know. It's like the old Age of Ultron from the Avengers, bro. They just keep coming back.
Yeah, dude. At least like the Walking Dead type zombies, like when you kill them, they're dead. So like
Right.
you gotta get them in the head so they die. But like at least you have like a way to kill them. So if you're ever trapped by one, you have a way out. Like if you're trapped by an AI robot, dude, you're done. You're annihilated. Shit's nuts.
Yeah, it's scary, bro.
Next one I had and my last one was just to be the most streamed podcast. I'm not even just saying that so like for like the clout reasons of just being the most streamed podcast, but like I feel like personally that achievement would be crazy because like I know where we're at now is already like doing better than where we at when we started, and like to just be beating those numbers over and over and over again to eventually become the most streamed podcast, which is really hard to do. I mean, the numbers those people are pulling, I think it's still Joe Rogan, is insane. But like that to me would just be like for my self accomplishment, feel really fucking good.
it'd be epic, bro. You think there's a world record for most consecutive Halloweens being Spider-Man? Because I'm on pace.
I don't know,
I'm
dude. I mean, there's probably a record for honestly, there's probably a record for most like hours spent in a Spider-Man costume. There probably is. Like somebody probably did that shit.
like yeah, just like if I keep this on for the next 3 days, like go to work
Three
in it,
days,
like
hell no. You know somebody did that shit for like 8 months, 9 months, dude.
shit,
You know
dude.
somebody went out in public to get their groceries in their Spidey suit. Nah, dude.
Oh, that's
Three
funny
days,
as
he
shit.
says. Get the fuck out of here, 3 days.
But I said it 2 episodes ago. I said like I'm 24 years old. I've probably been Spider-Man for half of my life, like 12 years for Halloween. I was Spider-Man.
Is it just because you like Spider-Man, just because you have it so it's convenient?
No, because I love them, dude. As a kid, like I literally would wear you think I'm joking. I would wear my like I was like 6 years old. My mom be going grocery shopping. I'd be sitting in the shopping cart in my Spider-Man costume on like Wednesday, November 12th, like nowhere near Halloween. Well, it's kind of close to Halloween, but like it would just be like a random day in the middle of like fucking March, and I'm just rocking the Spidey costume. Like I just loved my costume, bro. So every year I was so big on the whole Spider-Man thing as a kid. So
Dude,
once I saw this costume, I said, yeah, that's getting bought.
well, one time my other friend used to have one, and there's also a video on Twitter that's the same thing, but it happened to me. I was zipping up his Spider-Man costume in the back, and when I got to the top, the zipper broke off, dude. So he's
Oh,
just like in his full Spidey suit and it's fully zipped, but you can't unzip it, dude.
oh
We literally had to cut the suit, dude. He had to buy a
no.
new one.
I would cry. If I had to
Yeah,
cut my suit, I would cry.
yeah, dude.
All right, what we got going on next?
Um, let's go into best worst advice, meaning what's advice that somebody, at least this is how I took it. What's advice that somebody gave you that was good advice, but also terrible advice at the same time? It was terribly good. So for me, the first one was actually at work. Um, so this was at an old job, but I went to go ask for a raise, and I was talking to a coworker beforehand about asking for the raise, and he was like hyping me up, telling me like, "You, dude, you got it. Go in there, tell him why you deserve this money, all this, all that." And he was like, "And remember, pressure makes diamonds." And I was like, "What do you mean by that? Like, I know pressure makes diamonds, but how does this apply in this situation?" And he was like, "Dude, I mean, sometimes you gotta let them know, like." You're willing to go find another job if they're not hooking you up. So I was like, all right, man, like that's kind of good advice. I mean, I was like 17, 18, you know what I mean? Like I was young. So I was like, all right, that's good advice, man. So I walk in there, I ask for a raise. They tell me no. So I'm starting like, all right, well, I'm gonna go out the door, dude. Like, I don't know what you think this is. Like, I need to be treated with respect around here. I know I'm young, but this is how I live, type like telling them all that. And then they ended up firing me like a week later. But on the way out of the office, I walked up to the dude that told me pressure makes diamonds, and I was like, dude, I thought you said pressure makes diamonds. Like they told me no, like they told me to go screw myself. And he goes, yeah, I forgot to tell you, pressure also bursts pipes. And he's like a 55-year-old dude I used to work with selling health insurance over the phone. But like, dude, come on.
So funny. They're like laughing at you, like, we don't need this kid, man.
Nah, dude, they fired me a week later. That was the only time I ever been fired in my life, and it was only because I asked for that raise and then kind of threatened to leave. But it was just because I was listening to this guy I was cool with. He was like
You were like,
65. I was like 17, 18, something like that.
you're like, I'm about that life. I need more money.
And the other one I had for this is like when people say this isn't really advice, but or I guess it is because I've heard people say like you should drive like me. I'm a real offensive driver. Like, why is being an offensive driver a good thing? There's zero like good things that come out of being an offensive driver.
Yeah, that's the opposite way around.
Yeah, I'm not saying you should always be a defensive driver. Like, there are times where you could just drive and not be offensive or defensive. You could be
Right.
neutral. But like, when in doubt to be offensive or defensive, be defensive every time. Like, just
Yeah.
be safer. There's no advantage to being offensive. So that's what I had for best worst advice. Cause like, dude, I know people that have gotten seriously hurt and some that aren't here from car accidents. So like gotta be careful on those roads.
Yeah, that's not the advice you want to be giving out, especially to new drivers. Um, I took this a different way, and I'm gonna just fire off and give my little skit here. Best worst advice you could possibly give somebody ever. Done by Logan Fanrak in a Spider-Man costume. Buckle your seatbelts. Stare at the sun without sunglasses. It can actually counterbalance high blood pressure and low cholesterol. Driving blindfolded will decrease high anxiety and better your purity of life. If you're trying to pay off student loans like me, don't. Let the interest rate chew your ass out and go take a trip to the Caribbean. Heavy gamble while you're there. And while you're there, do it way over your budget. Bring your girl and act like you're single the whole trip. She'll love it. Figure it out when you get back. Don't wipe or flush after you shit. Tee off with a 9-iron on long par fives.
Yeah.
And misspell your words in your spelling bees.
Yes, sir.
If you hit the Mega Millions jackpot, slide that hot ticket smooth into a paper shredder and let the pot keep climbing.
Yes, sir. For the squad.
Fuck car insurance. Ignore your mom's phone calls. And don't give a fuck about the people who give a fuck about you. Amen.
Amen, brother. Amen. Amen. That was some great worst advice I've ever heard in my life, dude.
Drop the mic.
That was top tier. That was A1 stuff. That's hilarious.
All right, next segment.
Oh,
But
man.
honestly, if I had to think like of whenever somebody's giving me bad advice, like I don't know, like growing up, it was like my dad, like you talked about the defensive, offensive driving. My dad always was like preaching defensive driving. Like I had good advice given to me in that sense. What I don't like, people say this phrase and they're so overused. I feel like when people say listen to your heart,
Yeah.
like my heart doesn't speak. So what am I listening to? I guess you gotta feel, yeah, you gotta feel your emotions and shit. But I always have these like times in my life where I'm like thinking, I'm like, what is my heart telling me right now? I have no idea what my heart's telling me right now. Like do you have that or is that just me?
I mean, I don't have it with everything in life, but yeah, there's certain things where I'm
No,
like,
it's definitely not everything, but like certain situations, you're like, all right, I gotta listen to my heart on this one. But like I think it's just so overused.
no, I
But
feel you on that.
being like I don't know, I got tested like a couple times in my like teenage days for ADHD, and like people like advice given to me on that would be like, oh, you got to use it as a strength or something, or like that's your hidden superpower. Like, I feel like that's, I mean, yeah, it's good advice in a sense, but like in the long term, I don't know. I just feel like it's detrimental. Like, you got to actually understand who you are, and why you are this way, and just be you.
Yeah, no, I feel you. That's why I hate advice that's like the advice would be like just start. And like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
that's it.
person the person will be like be all hype and they'll be like that's it, just start. And then they'll start and they'll fail because they didn't understand the dude wasn't saying, let's say it's about starting a company. The dude
Right.
wasn't saying just start the company. The dude was saying just start to prepare yourself. Learn what
Right.
things you need for to establish a company. Do you need employees quite yet? Do you need inventory? Do you need to file tax filings? Shit like that. But that's why I hate advice that's just like just start. Like there's like complete your
Yeah,
advice.
it's like
That's
fake
like
advice, bro. It's like
that's like
fake, it's empty advice.
I just found out recently, the saying that blood is thicker than water.
Yeah.
So that means like your family should be more close to you than like people that aren't, right?
Right.
Did
Right.
you know that the full saying is actually blood of the covenant is thicker than water of the womb, meaning the exact opposite. Blood of the relationships you make are thicker than the water of the womb, the people that birthed you. So it's like
Wow.
just by taking out those little things, you change the whole quote, dude. Like
Yeah,
it's crazy.
that's wild. I didn't hear
Yeah,
that
I
before.
learned that and I was like, what, dude? That's the exact opposite.
There's definitely a whole category, like a whole dictionary of like empty advice. Like, when people are like, "Oh, you got this." Like you got this is like a nice little like friendly gesture, but it also, to me, it's like,
It's
don't
like
fuck
you
up.
don't got this.
Don't fuck up is basically what you're telling me.
If somebody just looks at you and says you got this, you probably don't got it.
Like, you
Now,
got this.
if they're like, yo, don't worry about it, you've done it a million times, you got this, then they truly believe in you and they're trying
Right,
to
right.
calm you down. But if they just look at you and say, yo, you got this, and that's all they say, you do not got it. You do not got it. I'm telling you. Or you
Yeah.
do got it, but you got bad people around your side.
Yeah, like you get like, you got this. Like, in my head, I'm like, all right, this guy don't care about me. Like,
Yeah, dude. I'll be hyping my boys up way more than that. Well, let's get an ad break real in right. Whoa, just had a stroke again, dude.
we're gonna add that. Yeah,
That's 2 weeks in a row I had a
we're gonna have a
stroke.
whole collage of Kevin's strokes at the
They're
end of
there.
this
I'm
thing, bro.
telling you, they're there. But we're gonna head to an ad break. When we get back, we're gonna go to worst ways to make money. So stay tuned. Shank Golf, the place you need to go for your golf needs. Find high quality golf apparel from hats, polos, t shirts, and hoodies. Shank Golf will deliver free on orders over $75, and Shank Golf has a 30-day money back guarantee. Shop at Shank Golf for all your golf apparel needs and use coupon code Something Ain't Right. That's coupon code SOMETHINGAINTRIGHT. All right, welcome back to the Something Ain't Right podcast. So before we get started to what we promised of worst ways to make money, I just wanted to talk to you real quick, Logue. So at the end of last week's episode, I'm sure our listeners know, Fred was talking about a punishment for you for not coming to the episode last week. And I think you wearing the Spider-Man suit was punishment enough, we'll call it. So what should we do to him next week for missing this episode?
Mm, let's go. We got to think on that. I think me wearing the Spider-Man costume is like a what's the opposite of a punishment? A
Yeah, it's
reward?
not really a punishment, but we'll call it that for a lack of better words, just because you did something. So we'll just count it as
Yeah,
the punishment. But we should definitely make him do something. We'll think about that through the week.
yeah, I'll
But
work on
yeah, we'll
it.
definitely work on that. So let's get right into worst ways to make money then. Actually, let's not, because before we do that, I just want to remind everybody, please like, subscribe, follow. It would mean a lot. We really appreciate it. We enjoy making these podcasts. We enjoy every Sunday coming together, recording, letting the world hear us talk. Because these are conversations we'd be having whether you guys were listening or not. So show support, hit the like, follow, subscribe button. And now we can go get into worst ways to make money. So Logan, you want to start with this one?
Yes, please. Um, if I think about any stories in the past, like, I never been like like, like really reaching to try and make a dollar. So I don't really have any things that I've done other than you do your normal shit. You might gamble thinking you can make some, you end up losing. You might sell some weed for a little bit, end up losing. You know, other than just straight working, I really don't have any other, ways I was trying to make money, honestly. But if I think about it or look it up, start reading around of what these people be doing in this world to try and make a dollar, you come across some funny shit, man. Number one thing on my list is renting out your clothes. Like, what are
Like, who
people
are you renting
doing?
them to? Just sell them. Just sell them. Just sell them. Who are you renting them to? Somebody that probably hasn't just showered. If they don't have if they don't have clothes, like say you're doing it for, I would imagine it's for like interviews and stuff like that,
Yeah.
or like going to like a nice dinner. If they don't have their own clothes to be able to do that, they probably haven't showered. And
I,
no offense to anybody that doesn't have access to shower. I hope you find a better way out and find access to one. But you're not borrowing my shirt, man. If you can keep it at that point, you can keep it.
it wouldn't be borrowing, you're renting.
Yeah.
There's a fee. There's a
You,
fee
I don't
involved.
care. You're not renting my shirt, big dog. Then that you just buy it off me. What's the fee you were gonna rent it
I
for?
just
Just keep it. Just
I
keep it.
pictured like when I thought about it, like what girl, like I pictured like some lady that's running this type of trap, right? And she's got like a spreadsheet and she knows who is using the pair of Jordans for the next 17 days in the month, and she's like, all right, I gotta give them to Gary on Friday. And then I gotta like
Now that
she's
would be a
charging.
good. What would be a good idea is like what you're saying, but with like a tie service. So like if you're a business guy, we'll
Yeah.
send you 10 ties. If you like one, keep it. We'll charge you for it. Send the other 9 back. Next month we'll send you
There's
10
probably
more.
something that, yeah, there's probably someone doing that, probably. But I'm talking straight out the basement, like straight trapping the clothes, bro. Like,
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
all
That's
right, second thing I thought of personally, I didn't even find it. Like, what I always thought about this too. Like, you probably get busted by the feds or some shit, but selling drinks you bought at Wawa for $1 more on the corner on a hot day,
Yeah, honestly, that's a great way to make money. Like
right?
in Philly, the
Yeah.
water boys, dude, they be making money all the time. This is
It's like,
worst ways to make money, not great
all right,
ways to
so
make
is that
money.
a great way? I feel like that's illegal as fuck though. Like, because I thought about walking into Wawa, stripping them of all their Red Bulls, like dropping like $300 in Red Bulls, and then loading up like a fat cooler with ice and putting on like a Red Bull hat, a Red Bull T-shirt, and standing on the corner and just selling Red Bulls for,
Bro, I got
you
one
know,
better. If you went to Sam's Club and you bought just cases of Red Bull, spent like $1,000 on Red Bull, and then went to a festival and sold each Red Bull for like $5, $4, you would make an absolute killing, dude. If you just set up at a festival a Red Bull table, act like you're sponsored by Red Bull, and just flip these cans that you're getting them wholesale at Sam's Club. So these cans are probably costing you like $1.50 each, $1.25 each, something like that. You're flipping them for $4 or $5. You spend $1,000, you could probably sell $1,000 worth of Red Bull. You'd be making almost 4 times your
yeah,
profit, dude.
you should be
You'd come
bringing
home
in
with
like
4 grand.
5 grand
You'd make
cash.
you'd make 3 grand on the transaction easy.
And you're charging cash only, but if they don't have cash, you're willing to let them use debit, but you got to keep the cash only sign up in the front.
Nah, Venmo, but Venmo it's now $6.
There you go. 3% surcharge or some shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
The last thing I found was just playing solitaire for money. Like, bro, what are you doing? Go
Dude,
get a
I see
job.
those apps like play solitaire for money, play bingo for money. Like I'm all for playing bingo for like money here and there, playing like games of solitaire, games of cards for money with my friends, but like what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? I downloaded one time just to see what was good because I figured I was like, yo, they probably have like some promotion for new signups, and they did. So I started with a bunch of money in my account. So I was just playing bingo for money, seeing what was going on. First of all, it's a giant scam, dude, because it's like you put up 90 cents, right? And then
Yeah.
you play bingo. And if you don't win, you lose your 90 cents. But if you win, you get 90 cents back, but then there's a charge for you to get it back, like a winning charge. So then you're of your 90 cents, you're only getting back like 70 cents. And then when you want to withdraw your money, then there's another charge. So you can never win money on that, dude. Even like unless you hit it super big, but they're still gonna charge you out the ass, dude. Well, that's
It's
like the
fucked
lady
up,
that just hit
man.
the Powerball. She won like 1.5 billion or something, or 1.05 billion, something like that. Some lady, and the government and taxes is gonna get like 800 million of that.
That's insane.
Maybe 600 million, but like more than half, like a crazy ass number.
What would you rather do? Hit that and have it taken by the government, or just grind bingo and hope you can win something?
Nah, win that and take it by the government for sure. And I would even take the payments they give you every month because then you get more of
Bingo or solitaire for money? Which one you playing? Seem like a bingo
probably
guy.
solitaire just because
Yeah.
like there's a little more strategy there. Like
Yeah.
bingo, you just gotta hope they call your number. Like solitaire, yeah, I don't know what card's coming up, but at least I could decide where to place it. You know what I mean? But
Bingo,
so for
bingo for money, bro.
dude, it's some wild shit. Well, dude, there used to be a card game back in the day that we used to play. It was called Tunk, Tunk, and you'd throw dollars in and you'd play a game of Tunk. Winner won everybody's dollar. Play again, dude. And I remember there'd be some days I'd leave high school, I'd have like $25 in my
How do you
pocket
play?
because like, dude, I forget how to play. We haven't played since high school. That's like a decade ago. But it's like everybody gets like 4 cards, and then there's like everybody takes a turn. You basically just draw. I think what it is you draw one and you try to get 4 of a kind, or you try to get like a straight, but that's got to be the same suit. And then when you get it, you just show
Yeah.
everybody you got it and you won the hand, you got Tunk. And then you take everybody's dollar and then you play again for another dollar. But dude, I remember like days I'd go home like down $10, go days I'd go home up 15, $25. Like, dude, it was fun. Same as like playing dice, dude.
Right. All right, what you got? Worst ways to make money.
So for worst ways to make money, I got first things first, anything with working with sewage. Dude, you make more money for hazard pay, it's called. But like if you're working with other people's sewage, I'm out on that. I'm out. It's that
Awful.
simple. Working with other people's shit and other people's piss, I am out.
It probably smells so bad. We
Dude,
have a
it's
guy at work.
terrible.
The guy at work, like he comes and cleans our porta potty. Like the guy Steve was yelling the other day because I swear the porta potty cleaner guy comes every fucking day. Steve's like Steve, like one of our workers. He's like an older guy. Comes on the walkie-talkie. He's like, how many damn times is this guy gonna clean the porta potty? Like, but every time he comes and he like starts his machine on it just smells so bad, bro.
Dude, I can imagine.
So
Yeah, dude.
gross.
It's
I would hate
terrible.
working at one of those sites.
Yeah, where I work, dude, the whole plaza runs off a septic tank. And when they come to empty it, it's the worst smelling thing I've ever smelled.
The
And they
guys
deal
that
with
work
that all
there,
day,
though,
every day.
they probably work there and they're immune, like they don't smell it anymore, you know?
Dude, they probably go home smelling like it. And their
Oh, yeah.
fucking wives and kids probably don't even notice because they got used to it. Like, oh, yep,
Gross.
that's just what dad smells like.
He just smells like a
He
turd.
smells like shit. And the next way I have for worst ways to make money is metal detecting on the beach. Those guys that do that. It's
Okay.
just a terrible way to make money. Now, listen,
Yeah.
if you're doing that as a hobby because it's something you enjoy, cool.
Right.
It's a dope hobby. Do your thing. I'm not hating on you. As long as you're strictly doing it for a hobby. But if you're doing it so you can help, like, try to help pay your bills or like buy some food or like go buy the nice toilet paper, like, what are you doing? You're just wasting your time at this point. So those are what I have for the worst ways to make money, because I think they're pretty self-explanatory. Nobody wants to work with shit, and who wants to spend hours on a hot beach fucking waving a metal detector around that was probably expensive for it
Yeah.
to go off, you get excited, and then you dig up like a fucking
A
bottle cap.
pebble. Yeah, pebble.
Yeah,
With a
like
piece of metal
if
on
it's your hobby, cool. Like I could see why you'd find that enjoyable. But if it's
it.
your means of income, you're not doing well.
You're down bad. Yeah,
Yeah, you
you're
are
down.
definitely down bad.
I think the winner of this segment, though, this week is playing bingo for money.
Dude, for sure. Playing bingo for money. Like, I mean, unless you're my grandmother's age, there's no reason we should be playing bingo for money, dude.
Old Judy strapping dollars for bingo, bro.
Dude, it is crazy.
There's probably like a big convention that these old people go to too. Like, bingo nights,
Dude,
like
there's bingo halls and they're like filled with people.
that big
And you
money.
got to pay for your boards and all
High
this
roller,
shit.
high roller bingo
Dude,
sessions.
imagine walking into like a fucking high rolling casino, like, and it's just like high rollers bingo, and you walk in, it's just the most serious place in the bunch. Everybody's like, shh, hey, shut up.
B9,
B4.
yeah, B19, yeah, whatever.
B4, bingo, bingo.
Oh my god, and the winner gets like couple grand.
There's always that one dude there that accuses everybody of cheating. I saw that bitch cheating.
N19. No, I don't have N19.
Dude, yeah, people take their bingo serious. I actually went on a cruise and we played bingo, and it was actually fun as fuck. So I'm not hating on bingo,
No, I
but
love bingo. Love
if
bingo.
you're trying to make money off playing bingo,
Yeah, and like you're stressing about the money that you're making or losing on bingo.
if that's dude, just go to the casino, put everything on red or black, even or odd.
Yeah, just rip the band-aid off.
If you want to feel risky and do the 33% chance, do your 1 to 12, 13 to 24,
Just rip the
25 to
band-aid off.
36.
Got you, Grandma Judy playing money or playing bingo for money with her retirement funds.
Dude, imagine a grandma that like went broke. She had like all this money for retirement. She used to tell her family she's dead broke now. She's getting kicked out of the nursing home because she can't pay the bill. And they're like, "Why? What happened?" They look at her bank charges and it's just like bingo hall, bingo hall, bingo hall, bingo hall, bingo hall, 100 grand, bingo hall.
Yeah,
It's like 10
I'm
grand,
sure it's been done
7-Eleven.
before.
It's 10 grand, 7-Eleven. Grandma, how'd you spend 10 grand at 7-Eleven? I was
It's
actually paying a
hysterical.
bingo hall debt off.
God, bro.
It's crazy shit.
That's a good we could like make that a segment for an upcoming show. We could do like sneaky addictions or like guilt, like it's like a guilty pleasure, but like something you do like secretive, like how long has Judy been playing bingo for money for? Like nobody would ever know.
Nah, dude.
How are we gonna find out unless the feds show up knocking on your door one day? Grandma's
Imagine going to
downstairs in the
jail for
basement.
running an illegal bingo ring.
Like, sir, she's just downstairs smoking her cigarette. She ain't down there only smoking her cigarettes. She's down there playing fucking bingo.
She's playing bingo with 7 minors.
God damn.
All right, so what I wanted to get into next was a little more, pop culture-ish. Or every week we try to cover some sort of current event that's, a little lighthearted, stuff like that. So I wanted to talk about the YNW Melly murder trial. For those who don't know, YNW Melly is a singer, rapper, artist. Um, he has out a song called "Murder on My Mind." That was probably his number one big hit where he got his fame. But he was on. He went to trial for a double homicide, and the trial recently was a mistrial after the jury deadlocks, and what that means was the jury was unable to agree on a verdict. Now, Broward County State Attorney did come out and say it was going to be retrying Melly on the double homicide charges, murder charges. So I don't think he's quite gotten away with it, but
All right. He's got a song called Murder on My Mind,
yep.
and there's a picture of him with that face. And you're
And for
telling me
those who don't know, the song "Murder on My Mind" starts "Wake up in the morning with murder on my mind" is the opening line to the song.
and he also says, I got AKs, Glocks, and knives.
And then he continues to describe how he murdered one of his best friends that is now not around, and that's the murder he's being charged for. One of the murders he's being charged for.
I
Crazy
just don't
shit.
know. I don't know how you could tell me that this face is innocent.
Well, dude, he also has like a lot wrong in his head. Like he has like different personality disorder. Like,
I'm
dude,
sure he's got something. He's
there's an
making a song.
interview. there's an interview where they ask him, you know, those like Rap Genius interviews where the
Yeah.
artist will like do their lyrics. Well, he's doing his lyrics for that song we were talking about. So he's singing "Wake Up in the Morning, I Got Murder on My Mind," and then it like cuts, and one of the guys behind the camera is like, "Do you really wake up every morning with murder on your mind or something like that?" And he's like, and his name's Melvin, and he's like, "Nah, I don't, but sometimes Marvin does. When Marvin wakes up, he definitely got murder on his mind." So like he's just
Oh,
got some
he's yeah,
stuff going on where
yeah,
it's like,
bro. His head's
dude, he's
tripped.
tweaking. Yeah. That's why, obviously I do think he is guilty, but I also do think he could probably get insanity charges.
Yeah, they're saying jury remained deadlocked on the verdict after returning from the deliberation three separate times, prompting the decision by the judge per the outlet. I mean, he was arrested in 2019, so
Damn, it's been that long.
yeah,
That's crazy.
and he's still pleading not guilty.
Damn.
So
Yeah, it's nuts though, dude.
I don't know any other songs by him either,
I
other
can't
than
say
that
I do
one.
either,
I drove to an area
but he
nearby
is
with this.
beloved.
Yeah, that song did blow up.
Yeah, that's how he got his, claim to fame.
That was a big blow up song. What was that? That song was in 2019 too?
I have no idea.
Might have been.
Very well could be.
Actually, I feel like that song was like a couple years ago now, wasn't it? Or no, it was longer than that.
Nah, dude. It was at least 2019 or before because it was before he got arrested.
Yeah. All right, let's take it to the what we got for the final segment of
Well,
today.
so with the YNW Melly, murder scandal, it got me thinking about other um like top celebrity scandals that we've seen in the past. So why don't we do it a little different for this one? Why don't you share one, I share one, you share one, I share one, and then we'll wrap the show up.
All right, cool. The first one I thought of, um, right off the top of my head was the Chris Brown Rihanna scandal, which was this was when I was younger, dude. This was a while ago. Um, but Rihanna, like growing up, I used to always listen to Rihanna because I have an older sister. Um, and I mean, I was abused with like girls' songs and everything, and I actually liked Rihanna before I liked Chris Brown, and I do love Chris Brown now as an artist. And I actually didn't fully read about this scandal until like a couple months ago. So in 2017, that's when it was. It was the day before the Grammys. I'm sure everybody knows about this scandal and has read about it, heard
Dude, I
about it.
did forget it was a day before the Grammys, though.
Yeah, bro. And if you hear Chris's side to it, like he says here, they were driving. He was in the driver's seat driving the Lamborghini, and she was like trying to fight him or whatever. They were obviously on bad terms about something, and then he kind of it just set him off, and he just he punched her, and her lip started bleeding. She spitting blood into his face. Broke out into a whole crazy fight scene. So I
Dude,
feel
that was
bad for the
really
both of
nuts when
them.
that happened, dude.
Yeah, it was crazy. And like I like undermined this whole situation for so long. Like I wasn't the reader I was then like today. Like I'll actually care about it and read about it today and have different views on it. But like back then, like it could have happened that day before the Grammys, and I'm bumping Chris Brown like that night. Like I just wasn't knowledged on it at all.
Well, we also were a lot younger.
Yeah, and I didn't really care. Like I had no care for it. So says Rihanna grabbed him by the crotch. Good move by Rihanna. She is beautiful, bro.
Dude,
Who's
yeah,
she
Rihanna's
with now?
definitely
She's with ASAP
gorgeous.
now.
Yeah, they have at least one kid
Two, yeah,
together.
their second baby's on the way, I think.
They work quick.
Yeah, they don't mess around.
So for my first one, I got Tiger Woods. So
Mm, that's a
um
that's a popular one.
yeah,
Probably around
man.
the same time too as the Rihanna Chris Brown.
Not sure, but yeah,
Maybe
probably.
Tigers was older.
But Tiger, obviously one of the best golfers, probably the best to ever do it. And when he was right at his climax, right before his decline, he a scandal broke out. He was sleeping with like 27 or 35 other women. His wife ended up leaving him. It all started because he crashed his car on his property, and later came to find out that he crashed his car because he was just trying to leave his house because his wife found out everything out. And she then, as he was trying to leave, started swinging a golf club at the car, which caused him to crash into a tree. He was injured. And then obviously that's what made the scandal break to the public's view. But it was a pretty gnarly story. Uh, he had a struggling comeback to golf. Eventually won Masters, which is a huge golf tournament. We've talked about it before on this podcast.
Right.
But so a crazy story, but also a crazy scandal. Like he was doing it big. He came out, he had a drug problem.
Yeah, how many comebacks do you think he has in his life? Like not only in the golf scene, but like in his life scene, he's like the comeback king, bro.
But dude, recently he did something. He crashed his car or something. He
Yeah,
tumbled
that
down
was
like
last year, bro. He was going like 50. Fucking he was in the hospital. He didn't think he was gonna play again. And then boom, cut back out on the course, hitting his 310 fade down the fairway on hole one at the open. It's like, bro, this man is not human.
yeah, Tiger's definitely different.
And then he comes back and wins the Masters in 2019. Like, bro,
It's what he does.
the man is different.
Best to ever do it.
Or that was that 2020. That was more recent than
I don't even remember.
King, bro.
What do you got next, Lou?
Um, only other one that I was thinking of that came to my mind was the Ray Rice scandal. Ray
Yeah,
Rice
that was pretty
blast
nuts.
when he blasted his girl and
That was the
what
one on
one
the
was that?
elevator.
Yeah, that was the elevator one. That was the one I
Yeah,
was talking
dude.
about earlier. 7th month scandal threatened Roger Goodell's future as an NFL commissioner. Just hours after running back Ray Rice knocked out his then fiance with a left hook at the Revel Casino Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. The Baltimore Ravens director of security, Darren Sanders, reached an Atlantic City police officer by the phone while watching surveillance. You could see Rice's punch knocked his fiance unconscious.
Well, dude, what's
Um,
crazy is I don't know if they ever ended up getting married, but I know she didn't break up with him right away after it. Like they were still fiancés for a while. They were still
yeah, I remember
engaged.
reading that. Let me see if it says it anywhere here. Keep going.
Dude, that was a
The thing
pretty
is, yeah,
nuts.
these guys like I feel bad in a way because like all their shit gets publicly released, and like
I mean,
everybody's
that would
reading
get
about them.
publicly released regardless. It's just you're somebody people care about. So that
Right. That's why I feel bad almost. It's like, damn,
I
bro.
don't know, man. You go around punching chicks like that,
Well, that's
you kind
fucked
of
up. I ain't saying
you
that's
kind of
okay at all,
deserve
but
what's coming to
right.
you.
That's right. Yeah, which it says here, um, corporate face of the Baltimore franchise, a light punishment as a favor to his good friend Biscotti. They had him white like allegations of inconsistent approaches to player discipline, and it was a whole thing. Like it was the Ray Rice scandal, and then it was like the NFL scandal at the same time that this was happening because like I think prior to the Ray Rice thing breaking out, there was like multiple other like minor, not major things, but like there was other shit going on with players doing different things
Yeah.
like and the NFL was being like way too light, with punishments, and they were like basically letting these guys do what they want and not, have any consequences. And then the Ray Rice thing happened, and then people started speaking up, and saying, "What the hell's going on?" Like Ray Rice is knocking out his fiance, and he's starting the game on Sunday at running back. Like,
Well, yeah, first he was suspended 2 games, and then when the video later came out, he was suspended indefinitely and then never got another job. Which I do agree, because I said it at the time. I'm not supporting what he did in any way, but I do think the NFL should have either suspended him indefinitely right away, or they
right,
should have stuck to their 2 game suspension. I don't think how bad he beat this woman should determine how long his
Yeah, no,
suspension was.
right, right.
I
That's
don't
fucked
care if
up.
you knocked her out with all your might or you barely punched her. Like, you can't be doing that. The suspension should be the same. You can't put your hands on a woman. It's that
Yeah,
simple.
the same thing with Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt did it last year or 2 years, maybe 3 years ago now. Kareem Hunt got into some shit in an elevator. Similar, so similar to the Ray Rice thing, but he didn't
Yeah, but
like.
Kareem Hunt is still able to play because it came out that the girl was not that it's okay to kick a girl in the head like that or kick anybody in the head like that, but it came out the person he kicked in the head was like being racist towards him. Um, so obviously when, racism is occurring and racist things are being said, people can get heated and do
Oh yeah,
things that they probably regret.
yep.
I don't know what Ray Rice's thing was about, but it was with his fiance, so I can't imagine it was all that deep.
She
It's
probably
clearly two
lost all
people that
his
like
money
each
on
other.
bingo, bro. She probably took his money and
Facts.
played
She might have
bingo.
just lost all his money on bingo. So I got two more. I know you said you don't have any, so I'm gonna share these last two. So the one I got isn't really a scandal, it's more just like a current beef. Um, Russell Wilson and Future.
Oh, they
So
have beef.
dude, so Future came out with a
Tell
song,
me,
and
tell me.
a Future came out with a song, and one of the lines in the song was, "I got it out the field, fuck Russell." Because they
Okay.
previously don't like each other because Russell is either married or engaged or dating the pop star Sierra, and Future used to be talking to her. He has a child by her. So since he has a child by her and Russ is very serious with Sierra for the last while, Russ is raising Future's kid.
Yeah,
So
I did not know this.
so Russ's response to Future's line, "I got it out the field, fuck Russell," was simply going to Twitter, and I'll show you the tweets, and said, "Movie time, post workout recovery with dad," and then posting a picture with Future's kid, and it's hashtag dad life. And then his other post of talking shit, which this one goes more in line with the "I got it out the field." It's best part of the day, hashtag dad life, and it's him and Future's son on the field with each other. So that's how Russ talks shit. And I think that is just a great way to talk shit.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't really like
oh,
Russ as a person. I think he's a cornball. I think he's nerdy,
well,
but
I would be afraid, but Future's a good. Like, Future ain't gonna just show up at Russ's house and put one in his head.
nah, dude, nah, nah, nah. I don't think Russ has any worry in that department.
Yeah, no,
And
that's
then the other
crazy,
one I
man.
got was Michael Jackson's death. It was ruled out a homicide by his doctor who served 2 years in jail. Apparently his doctor was giving him something for his insomnia or something, and he gave him too much. And knowing knowing since it was a pop star and it was Michael Jackson, the biggest pop artist of all time, he probably didn't even need the stuff. He probably was just, having his personal doctor prescribe it to him and then giving it to him. That's why his doctor served time. But those are the scandals I got. I
Crazy, bro.
I think that wraps it up for the week. You got anything else?
Yeah, but I would love to do that secret fucking. I'm still thinking about like what I can bring to the table for next week. I don't even know what you would categorize it as. Like, how would you categorize grandma playing bingo in the basement? like sneaky addictions, or like I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
We'll
just
think
being
of
a
it though. We'll
I'm
definitely
just
think
being a
of it. No, we'll
dumbass.
definitely think of it.
Oh baby, I get
But
to get
yeah,
out of this costume. That's what I'm about to go do.
yeah, dude. Thank you for wearing it. We'll think of a punishment for Fred. Thank you for listening.
For
Thank you
the
for coming for another episode. Don't forget to check out our socials. They're in the description below. Go check out our Twitter, our Instagram, our TikTok, our YouTube, our Spotify. Like, subscribe, follow, show the love, show the support. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, all three of us. We'll see you there.
yeah,
Peace
back
out,
in
Logie.
action. Love
Yes,
you
sir.
guys.
Peace out,
Like and
homie.
subscribe later.